Hello everyone, and welcome back to apparently Black Screen. But welcome back to Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, the Sith Lords. So technically we're a Sith Marauder, not a Sith Lord, but I decided to modify things more. I swear I modified more in this than I did in KOTOR, by far now. Cause there's just so much new stuff and all that. It's like, oh well, I need this and this and this and also Anton. You could probably put your lightsabers away. You don't need to hit the computer console with your lightsabers out. Like if I modified his lightsabers, they would technically be on. That would be weird. But anyway. So we are probably a bit too overpowered. And modified my feats a bit more than I should have. Which, yeah. So, we have Jedi Sense, we have Prestige Sense. Which we don't need. Then we have Great Prestige Sense. Which, yeah. So if these things stack, we're going to be a bit too overpowered. Dark Side Corruption, because, you know, why not? Sith Lords command the dark side is so great that influences companions. Oh fuck, I forgot influence companions, didn't I? Whoops. Be right back. Totally forgot about that. So now then. Okay. So, feats. Spirit weapon focus, which gives us so much power. Spiritual weapon focus, flying, which gives us so much power for a double bladed lightsaber. Increase melee damage. Oh, right, we can't even have increased melee damage because we're not weapon master. So the difference between combat and melee damage is weapon masters require melee weapons. Combat damage requires just anything. But yeah, we would have got these points just progressing. We would have gotten those. But I may have had them a bit too early. Just like I shouldn't have Mentor, because we're not Kree yet. Man, that favor's done converting. I didn't think it was going to be done that fast. Jeez. Okay. So, thing is, I had to actually go back and give myself, like, Master Caution, Master Empathy, Master Gearhead, Master Conditioning. Where's my Master Conditioning? Did I not give myself Conditioning? But I may have not given myself Conditioning. Because the game decided, you know what? You don't get Conditioning. Apparently I didn't get myself Conditioning. Whoops. Ah well. Conditioning saving throws, which would have been useful. But we do have that, so it should be fine. But I had to give myself that because the problem is the game doesn't give you... You can't max those out depending on which prestige class. It's like, oh well, you can no longer learn Gearhead because you chose that class. Which is like, wait a second, what? But yeah, then we gave ourselves powers. Because for example, Inspire Force is a J Master thing. We can't get it because we're not a J Master. We're probably not going to use it because we're not a J Master. But basically what this will allow us to do is... Yeah. We could basically buff all of our party members. A lot. Which is a bit much. Fairy we're going to get better at as we progress as a Sith Marauder. But since we chose Sith Marauder instead of Sith Lord, we can't get Crush Opposition. Which basically is like the opposite of inspire followers. This one basically you targets enemies, and you sap them of their chance to hit, will saves, and yeah, it's not bad. Suppose I ain't gonna be using that, cause I'm probably just gonna be using insanity, cause yeah, and then the rest of my powers. Cause hell, next level we should be technically 18, which means you know what. Yep, 4 storm. Thing is, we could have got Force Crush, but we'll get that a lot later on, which makes me sad, because it's such a good power. It's really such a good power, Force Crush. But I try to keep some things balanced, because I know I'm going to get them later on. I mostly gave myself stuff that I ain't going to get, like, I'm not going to get Crush Opposition, because I'm a Sith Marauder. But I ain't going to use it, but I want it. Same with some feats, like Dark Side Corruption. So yeah, you're still ridiculously overpowered in comparison to how Revan was in KOTOR. Like, the thing is, Revan only could get up to 20. We can get up to 30, which, hell, there's that going for us. And all this other stuff going for us. Yeah. And hell, we haven't even fully upgraded all of our equipment, because we can't. Because we can't raise our skills up high enough to make things that are great yet. Like, we need, like, repair skills in the 30s and stuff. Which sucks, because I can't do anything about that. But anyway, now it's finally time for us to go to Dantooine. Yay! And a lot of travel scenes. And here's the thing, unlike KOTOR 1, we can't ask people about the planet.
Alright.
That's sad things, we can't really do anything about that. Can't ask anyone about Dantooine.
What have you brought?
Oh, you guys could drag me. I didn't realize I could do that. I guess that's from the ship.
As anxious. You may. There is the statement. Telos is in, of course.
But I already did something about that. No, apparently it doesn't go. And I can talk to you about everything. No, one day you would remember to watch the moment you baptize. I watch you somewhere else. Wait. The whole influence system still pisses me off. Because you require influence with them, but yet to get influence with them you require certain conversations with them, but then most of them don't even talk. It's like, I can't really talk to them about stuff to get it to progress, to get to those points where I can ask them about the things. Ugh, it's so irritating. Anyway. So, Anton is a solid character for, you know, talking to people and with us, him in the party. But we're gonna go Fissus. And HK. This is gonna be a party for the majority of the game now. Fissus, HK. Bowser, I was like, shouldn't you be Darkside? No, for some reason he's not being Darkside. Everyone else is being Darkside, but he's not being Darkside. And Kriya's, well, Kriya Baskins down in Florida. He's that bitch down in Florida that keeps telling us to take our tiger sanctuary away from us. But anyway. So, well, I like this new KOTOR since he can use lightsabers and melee, and it's interesting. I also gave him Force Jump because I figured he's a droid. He could technically use jet boosters or something to jump ahead. But I still prefer HK-47. And then Fissus, I mean, between the two, I think I prefer Fissus more. But Fissus. So anyway, welcome back to Den 2, everyone. It's a bit different since last we left it. This woman notices your lightsaber.
You'll find little welcome here, Jedi. For your own good, I recommend you speak to Administrator Adari, quickly finish your business in Kunda, and go.
See, here's the thing that annoyed the shell me in KOTOR. No one really even realized we were Jedi at times. Like, we have a lightsaber. No one notices your lightsaber. They're just like, oh well. Well, you're just a person. Like, I admit, no one notices that you're a Jedi. KOTOR 2, though, we basically, instead of making people be like, hey, you're a Jedi, we made them stupid. Hey, you're a Jedi. Like, they can't just stay with the fact that people are Jedi or Sith. Them everyone's a Jedi. Them Sith Warlords, them Sith Lords, them all Jedi. Malak, he was a Jedi. Revan, he was a Jedi. Why am I going for self-announced? I don't know. But yeah. So basically, the majority of people we run into are going to be stupid about what's a Jedi and what's a Sith. Because, you know, the Jedi Civil War, they figured all the Jedi are fighting each other and not, you know, fighting Dark Jedi or Sith or any of that. Like, they completely forgot about the whole Sith Empire and all that Malak was trying to create. You know, all those Sith troopers that weren't even Jedi. They're just regular, run-of-the-mill troopers wearing armor. They've completely forgotten all about that bullshit. Like, they don't even exist. Except for that one instance in KOTOR, in Paracas, well, for some reason there were Sith troopers. I don't know why there were Sith troopers. There's like no Sith troopers for the entire majority of the game. Except for them. I don't know why. Anyway, here's the thing. First was Raid. Questions?
I will answer your questions.
Who?
She was the agricultural administrator of Dantooine. After the Sith attack, she kept us together. Without her, the only thing you'd see around here are mercenaries.
So why that's not mercenaries?
We had problems with Mandalorian mercenaries even
Yeah, you
before the
did.
Jedi Civil War. The Jedi helped clear most of the problem up,
Yeah,
but after the
mercenaries.
war, many soldiers from both sides of the conflict became mercenaries. And since we're so far from the core, some started gathering here. The difference between an out-of-work mercenary and a raider is a Vibrablade's edge. The only thing we can prove they've done is intimidate a few farmers. The farmers give them goods, money, or food just to stay on their good side. The only one that isn't scared of them is the administrator. There have also been a lot of disappearances recently, and not all of them can be blamed on Cath hounds. But nobody can prove the mercenaries are responsible.
So who is it?
A farmer here and there, or a family. We lost enough people during the war that keeping the calf hound and kinrath populations under control hasn't been possible. So there are a lot of animal attacks. Some deaths, too. The disappearances might be just coincidence, but a lot of the stubborn folk seem to be more accident-prone. Kunda is the big building just outside the landing port. It used to be the estate of a man named Matali, but he and his family disappeared around the time of the bombardment. The administrator rebuilt it, and now this is our center of government. I know it doesn't look like much, but there aren't many settlers that live on this planet. This building is the start of something new for us. We're very proud of it.
So you're saying I should set it on fire?
We're working on it. Is there anything else you'd want to talk about?
Yeah.
Just head into the building and you'll find your way to the administrator. I'll be over by the entrance if you need anything else.
Okay. Well, let's see. This man gave such a lightsaber.
A Jedi. I've got to tell the others.
You know, I went to
I'm sorry, Master Jedi. I won't tell nobody if you spare me. I promise.
So his whole thing is I'm gonna go check out
Optimal accuracy ratio achieved.
Let's give him
Statement. Master, there are times when your actions make my behavior core glow.
HK, you've been with me when we've murdered random people. But hey, we gained more influence with HK. Does that mean I can ask him about this?
Query.
Can I finally ask him about who was your previous master?
Statement.
Yay!
Master, that is a question that has an extremely complicated answer. You see, I do not believe my master knew who he was most of the time, which led to some confusing situations that could have otherwise been avoided.
And no one believed him.
Clarification. Suffice to say that my master had his ups and downs, and in my opinion, traveled from a high point in his life to a low point, and then back again to his true potential. He developed qualities such as mercy, compassion, and even love for others. It was really rather revolting. Still, my master had some remarkably efficient droid-like qualities which I admired. He, too, suffered memory problems, as I did. Statement. Oh, yes, Master. As indicated upon my reassembly, my central control cluster is damaged, making recalling my previously stored assassination protocols difficult. I hope that over time I shall eventually reach the status and skill I possessed before I was damaged. Recollection. The last thing I remember is having my core wiped from the last 5 years. I believe my master was responsible. Answer. Even with my memory impairment, I recall that my master was about to embark on a dangerous journey. Conjecture. I believe there was something about my master's destination that he did not wish me to know. Answer. I am somewhat disappointed that my master did not choose to take me along, of course. Wherever my master traveled, destruction and death were assured. Speculation, but I suspect I was not the only one left behind. So there is some satisfaction that the disrespect was spread through the rest of his whiny, simpering meatbag allies. Statement. Oh, yes. My master had quite the collection of tortured individuals that seemed unable to confront their basic personality conflicts.
Like a car.
Let me cite some specific examples. Mockery.
Oh, Master! I do not trust you! I cannot trust you or anyone ever again!
Mockery.
Oh, Master, I love you, but I hate all you stand for. But I think we should go press our slimy, mucus-covered lips together in the cargo hold.
Conclusion. Such pheromone-driven human responses never cease to decrease the charge in my capacitors, and make me wish I could press a blaster pistol to my behavior core and pull the trigger. I am pleased that this does not seem to be the case with your current entourage.
Oh God, I forgot there's a pacifist modification for HK, I may or may not use it for a bit. Alright.
Statement. Yes, well, enough of that painful stroll through what remains of my memories. Was there something else you wish to know?
Well, you never specified
Statement.
who your master was.
Statement. Statement.
Master, before you go, I had a question for you. Oh, question. What's the problem?
Query. I must express some degree of confusion concerning your actions. You are the one who followed Revan in the Mandalorian Wars, are you not?
Yeah, sure.
Observation. Well, Master, I was not at Malachor 5 during your near-genocidal reaction to the Mandalorian threat, but I feel that I may have been constructed as a result of that.
Okay.
Observation. I believe that Revan determined that mass slaughter on such a scale may no longer be needed to achieve his aims. So perhaps you are responsible for my creation.
So you...
Answer. No, Master. I was constructed shortly after the beginning of the Jedi Civil War. Answer. Well, Master, unless you were operating on my central control cluster, I would be somewhat hesitant to discuss my targets, but I suppose it could do no harm. During the Jedi Civil War, I was responsible for certain strategic targets. For some reason, Revan did not feel that the Republic presented much of a military threat. Aside, I am somewhat unclear as to why this was so, but Revan did have a certain biological instinct regarding such things, so I will simply say that there were probably reasons for such an assessment. Answer. Master, that is a somewhat complex question. Besides, I'm still evaluating your tactical and psychological threat to me. Answer. Oh, Master, please use your imagination. I am an illegally constructed assassination droid designed to masquerade as a protocol droid until I reach my target. Answer. Well, Master, unless you were during the jet aside. Answer. Besides. Statement. Yes, Master. I must confess, I enjoy it when you are so authoritative and dismissive toward me. It bodes well for your treatment of our enemies. Query. State.
No new questions. Can't ask that.
Observation. Well, Master, I was not at Malachor. Observation. So perhaps. Answer. Oh, please, Master. Even as a metaphor, that idea is repugnant. You are a gland-driven meatbag, while I am of superior droid construction. Clarification. I meant that I was built as a result of the need for a selective killing machine, rather than a crude mass slaughter war droid. Answer. No, Master. I was...
So basically, hey, we still can't ask him the question.
My life for...
And you...
I will...
Problem though,
It is not...
have the same... Like we run into the situation where it's just looping conversations. Like, in a way, I almost preferred KOTOR 1's. Because KOTOR 1 doesn't have the looping freaking conversations. KOTOR 1 just has... every 5 minutes. Oh, Karf wants to talk because you didn't talk to him. They said the bio woke him. You have to talk to him. So you talk to Karf and he's like, I don't want to talk about things. Why are you bothering me? Because Bioware told me I have to talk to you. But in this, it's like... you talk to them, and then you have to go through a maze of conversations that you already had, mind you, to find the right trigger. And then it's like, do you have the influence or do you not have the influence? If you have the influence, you progress to the next dialogues. If you don't have the influence, then it fails and you get kicked out of that conversation topic. Impossible, you say? Impossible. Impossible. Well, I have an average fragment that says I can get through this. Wow. Okay, that's... F you stupid plastic cylinder. Open. Jesus. Oh. Snap. This is... Congratulations. You've been promoted to Sith Apprentice Armor. Do. I need to modify that. Doesn't really work with your herd, but oh well. Alright, by the way,
How may I serve?
here's Force Channel. For you, Torensu, probably be best. Advance, yeah. Nagai combat gloves. Oh, those. Eh. Yeah, perception. Oh, I didn't give you one of those. That's my bad. Totally forgot about those. Perception's not bad, but strength would always be decent for you. That wouldn't be terrible. That wouldn't be terrible. And I'll give you a perception T1. Why not?
The honor is mine.
Yes, Master.
The honor is mine.
So what's your story? Green team, so you're rich, dumb to what you doing? Approaching the planet with altering time. How can we create this? To say appear to be the center of this enormous VA. Totally play for him. That's good. Doing cards like a buy. Might as well buy one of those. I'll buy another one of those. And let's do this. Let's do this. Oh yeah, by the way, we could, if we played the champ enough times, we could have gotten a basic gold card, I think. But, yeah. I'm not too bothered by that. I'm feeling a bit risky though, ain't I? Bitch. Oh yeah, he just rose 2 10s. You know, he just rode 2 10s. Asshole. Well, this game's a game about luck. Sometimes the opponent will roll over. Sometimes the opponent will have one of those cards and just... Yeah, sure, why not? Let's drain him of all his money so I can get those cards. Bitch. Sure held at 19, but he would have pulled that shit too. Oh. Oh yeah, we're 18. Well, now it comes down to luck. I'm gonna stand with 18, which is... Getting tired of this. I want those stupid armor components. Even though they're probably not that great. Dick. Put the same shit I did. Oh, 25. So even if I removed that, I'd still... Dick. Come on. I was gonna say roll over. So I have to do this, by the way. I have to roll, but yeah. Bitch, I am going to stab you. Frickin' make me do this numerous bloody frickin' times. Frickin' hate Prizak. Whoops, I shouldn't have rolled. Damn it. And look, I've just borrowed that. Oh, you asshole. I really don't like you. And now it comes down to luck. And we lost. We lost. You're really pissing me off, though. Because he's like, oh yeah, well I have these things, but you have to win all my credits first. Otherwise I'm not going to give them to you. Sucks to be you.
Greetings, and good day, traveler. On behalf of the Kunda settlement, I am programmed to welcome you to Dantooine. Is there something I can do to serve you? My apologies. I have no recollection of the Sith invasion topic.
Sith invasion.
Error. Memory overflow. Resetting. May I be overly Processing. Exterior damage analysis. Level 7 impairment. Multiple casing breaches detected. Bipedal servos misaligned by 32 degrees. Memory storage overflow. Memory unit is approximately 56 months overdue for maintenance.
Well, that's good.
Greetings, Jedi. Welcome back to Dantooine. Is there something I can do to serve you?
If you do that, yeah, the people start freaking out. They're like, "You're a Jedi. He called you a Jedi."
My memory banks recognize you as a Jedi. You are among many Jedi who were trained in the Academy here at the Enclave, prior to its destruction during the Sith invasion. You are on the register as one of the Jedi who left the Enclave to fight in the Mandalorian Wars. My memory has no record of your return before now. You had no direct interaction with this droid. However, I had one instance of a conversation between Masters Vrook and Vandar regarding you. Beginning playback. Error. Recording partially corrupted. Resolving.
Today I caught her in a heated argument with my Padawan. Her master refuses to properly discipline. I want to know what action you intend.
Luke, I respect your wisdom, but it is not your concern.
But uncontrolled. Whatever the other Padawans see her do, they are quick to do the same. Other students dislike her intensely.
True. An average student of the Force, but with a unique strength, is a natural leader.
I strongly disagree. Mediocre Jedi, lust for power, will lead to the dark side. Furthermore, it...
Recording degraded. End playback. May I be over... Dantooine is a rural world, far removed from most galactic trade routes. Historically, agriculture has been Dantooine's primary industry. Since the destruction of the Jedi Enclave, salvage of the ruins has become a key area of growth for the local community. The famed ruins of the Jedi Enclave can be found northwest of the Kunda outpost. You may visit the ruins at your own risk. Zeron strongly urges salvagers to avoid the highly dangerous sublevel of the Enclave ruins.
You know, the stuff that we can go to.
My apologies. I have... May I... The local militia occasionally offers employment to qualified soldiers. Speak to Zeron in the Kunda outpost. Additionally, many visitors come to Kunda to explore the ruins for salvage opportunities. Kunda's salvage industry is a main source of income for the local community. At their own risk, salvagers may remove relics from designated salvage areas within the ruins. The fee to remove a relic from Dantooine is proportionate to the appraised value of the item. For more details, speak to Administrator Terena Adare at the Kunda outpost.
Okay, well.
If you will excuse me, I must continue my appointed rounds.
You do that. Hey, they built walls at least. At least they built walls. That was the thing that was missing. Was walls. Were you a shop? You look like a shop.
Kära Nanna Gundoso, remina che l'orakto guru katpada. Fiadoratore padano ringatel camarada tel.
Every says honest, even though especially is honest one.
Manama treto sobre barakto drun. Krishe mentru gre babano flantur na saganich. Grava we no ku seta bat. Tere wana jun konata del raguno atun.
So what
Det är inte runt och walka över det och Geribo. Ninso telepatchen går så där annan är grad. Det är inte runt och walka över det och apatör utan han synger raderna. Ferrar pada nu de ringtada ner kamera köra fibor. Det är inte runt och walka över det och Geribo. Ninso telepatchen går så där annan är grad eller något. Teriwana jung konata della raguno tunna. Dai rinto runka wore kare papanala ranshinga. Terache women. Relive coronto sa mele grima con corregim passa. Rechu contrada suma con chere non grum.
Observation. It is a hostile galaxy master. Upgrades would allow us to pulverize our enemies more efficiently.
True.
Teriwana jung konata della raguno tunna. Dai rinto
Many bargains to be had. Like, hey, here's an HK control cluster. We could buy that. We could... Wait, seriously, I just realized that's all he has. Holy shit. That's all he has. Wow. I want to say disappointed. Because I was expecting more. I mean, hell, at least I could sell my stuff. Keeping that. Don't need 2 of those. Keeping that. Keeping those. Keep that. Huh, that Shyron's not bad. I might keep it. So also look at that price. Holy crap. Did I just find that recently? See what else we have. Gamorrean War Ant, I'll keep that. Just because it's a thing. Reich Blades, I'll keep those. Keep the Tree like Spinning Blades. Trandoshan Double Blade. Meh. Lightsabers. Force Pucks. I don't need that many Force Pucks. My crystals, my blasters. I don't need regular blasters for those. For those, for that. So I have all these credits, by the way, and I have no idea what to do with all of them. I suppose I probably don't need 2 of those. Strange work 1, so not bad. Strange amplifier plus 2. This armband I'm keeping just cause. Safety harness, don't need that. Made those, so yeah. So much can I get for all these daily fragments? Not nearly enough. Then there's all that. Anyway.
Query. Answer.
So we can go inside, or we can wander around. Wander around. Because there's, you know, hey, there's germs now. Also, there's paths outside of here. And there's people. Like
You'll find little welcome here, Jedi. For your own good, I recommend you speak to... I will tell no one I've...
But I was like, I've already charged you.
Don't cause any more trouble for Dantooine. Had enough.
Can't cause as much trouble as I want. Two. It's like I just sold most of that. Bonnet. And speeder. Off the beaten trail. Now you're fine, let's head inside. Pick a door and choose which way to go in. That door's locked though. Okay. How about this door? That door's locked. This door's locked.
Hey, get away from that door! The last time somebody messed with it, it was locked down for months before we could fix it.
Okay, fine, I'll go in the main. Do. Run over it. Hi. Trying to go into Kunda. Talk to people. Get crashed. The usual.
Do you actually believe a Jedi would return here? After all they've done to us? They wouldn't dare.
They certainly would. You remember how they were. Always so superior, so arrogant, and never lending a hand when we really needed them.
I still don't believe it.
You should. My cousin's friend, he used to tend the gardens around the Enclave. He swears he saw a Jedi in Kunda. Could be hiding anywhere.
Well, I hope it's true. I hear there's a bounty on them, and we could certainly use the money.
Unless somebody beats you to it.
Sounds like I should deal with you, shouldn't I? Hi, Sever. Notices your lightsaber. Notices your lightsaber.
Welcome to Kunda. You're a salvager, right? You'll need to see Administrator Adare to get access to the ruins. If you need directions to anything else, just ask. Her office is directly behind this room. You really can't miss it. She can see you now if you like. You're not. The only heavily armed people that visit us are either salvagers or mercenaries. And you don't look quite gritty enough to be a mercenary.
Everyone else notices my lightsaber.
The things that would most interest you are our weapon merchant and Zeron, the leader of our militia. Akere is still around here somewhere too. He sells droid components. Just go to the central corridor and make a right. His shop is the first on the right.
Okay.
If you get into any trouble, he's the person you'd contact. Unfortunately, recent problems with the salvagers and mercenaries have kept him quite busy. The mercenaries cause disruptions for some of our outlying settlers. They are a constant source of friction for us. I hear the salvagers are having some internal problems too. No, I couldn't. If you're really...
Okay, fine. Well, thanks for the information. I'll just be on my way.
A lot of people here hate Jedi. But when they were here, they tried helping us.
Are you waiting for the Administrator too? You won't have to wait too long. But if you want results, now that you may never get here.
Okay.
Kunda's like a droid without his power cell. Useless. We have problems all over, and the most you can get out of the Administrator is a pat in the back.
I'm sick of all their excuses and empty words. I need justice now.
I fought in the war, and I know how to use my blaster rifle. If the Administrator or Zeron doesn't do something, then I will.
So, you plan on killing me?
What am I supposed to do? Salvagers keep trespassing on my land and stealing my farming equipment. They grab anything they can get a hold of. I'm not a violent man. I've had my share of it in the war. I sincerely hoped I could just hang my blaster rifle on the wall as a souvenir for my grandchildren.
But I can't farm without my equipment. Well, yes and no. I brought my moisture vaporator to Kunda to be serviced. On the way back to my farm, I took a shortcut next to the Enclave ruins. Damn Lagrix came out of nowhere. I had to run before they made a meal of me. When I returned to retrieve my equipment, the salvagers had already stripped it bare. I went to their camp to get back my moisture vaporator. This smug fellow Joran told me that he found it within the ruins, and by law, it belongs to him now. He said he'd give it to me for the bargain price of 500 credits. I wasn't very happy about it, but the law was on his side, so I paid the scoundrel. Now the moisture vaporator doesn't work because it is mysteriously missing its modulator. Joran is offering to sell me a modulator he found for another 500 credits.
I suppose you could. Actually, you almost look like a salvager.
If you could go to the salvager camp and convince the salvager Joran to return my modulator, I would be very grateful.
I'm not rich, but I have some souvenirs from the war I could give you. It's right next to the ruins of the Jedi Enclave. Just follow the smell. You can't miss them. That's great. I'm certainly not getting any help around here. If you need to know anything more, just ask me.
Your luck is not of the hapless settler. You are the newcomer that lands in a battered ship, yes. No friendly greetings are here for you.
Okay. So, my ship is...
You act like I have insulted your man. Your ship I haven't seen. But if it takes after you, it can't be in perfect condition. I am done being inconvenienced by you.
I'm going to murder...
Another interruption. You must not have heard who I am. Waste another...
Oh, you just made my list. What's your name? Gervik? Gervik. Do you matter? That is the question. Do you matter? Let's see. Apparently he doesn't matter. Well, Gervik, if you have a quest, I'm sorry, but you don't matter to me. You are insignificant to me. You're entirely too much for me. But I will take all, every single I am, we're gonna wait here for Jeez, you're too much HP. Much better. Sarah notices the lights. Good. I feel better now. What do we have over there? The administrator? Hi.
A visitor. Please, come in. Welcome to Kunda. I am Administrator Turina Adari. You're the owner of the ship that just landed?
Yeah.
And unless I'm much mistaken, that's the Ebon Hawk. That vessel has been on Dantooine before, during the war. That was a Jedi vessel. My point is that the previous owner of that ship was a very influential Jedi, and Jedi are not as admired here as they once were. Right or wrong, our settlers blame the Jedi and their hidden enclave for their suffering. I remember the old Jedi Masters and the considerable help they lent to Dantooine. I still maintain discreet connections with Jedi. I suppose your arrival here is no coincidence. I feel I must step carefully here. You are not like other Jedi I have known. You seem darker somehow. Yes, I understand. Say no more. For good or ill, I feel you are the only one remaining who can help me with the present situation. My friend. Let's just call him Frook. We've known each other for many years, and our continued friendship could create many problems in the current political climate. He came to Dantooine not too long ago. He was looking into something quite important. He's gone missing recently. Did he send for you in case something went wrong? Vrook and I had a mutually beneficial arrangement for several weeks. He went to the Jedi Enclave sublevel recently and hasn't returned. I know the sublevel is dangerous. I'm starting to fear the worst. Would you be willing to go to the ruins of the Enclave to look for him?
Well, that's very straightforward.
From what I know of your type, you have all of the equipment you need to deal with the sublevel. I do realize the Jedi Order disbanded, so you must find credits yourself, however. The sublevel is dangerous enough that the salvagers have not managed to properly search it. There are many artifacts of value. Normally, I ask for a percentage of all salvage. In your case, however, you can take whatever you find without the customary tithe. I will have one of the militia transmit permissions to the Enclave's security door. Go expecting danger, for you will most certainly find it there. Is there anything else I can assist you?
I mean, that is so straightforward. It's just basically, like Nar Shaddaa, we had to literally go through a whole bunch of hoops to get to find the Master Mustache. Like, we had to go, basically, go cause enough of disturbance that the local exchange store pops out and goes, hey, you should come here. They go there. They had to switch between characters and had to deal with the Twi'lek twin sons. Droid has to go to the warehouse to find thing to be able to get on to go to his yacht. We had to go through the Jek-Jek-Tar. Hanhar had to take over and go through the Jek-Jek-Tar just to let us in. Then we had to go through what's-his-face's base. We had to go through so many hoops. But we just end up to a conclusion on that planet. But anyway, any work I can do?
There are plenty of opportunities to assist people on Dantooine. Too many, I'm afraid. I would go to the militia headquarters and make your intentions known there. Besides that, just listen and ask around. To most people in the galaxy, the distinction between Sith and Jedi is a blurry one. Especially since most Sith were once Jedi. It is complicated by the fact that Malak and Revan were great heroes of the Republic and famed Jedi Knights. But a few years later, they were leading an armada which threatened everyone. And here on Dantooine, the Jedi Enclave provoked a brutal occupation by the Sith. It could have been far worse, but even now the damage has not been fully mended. I don't think everyone hates Jedi. If just a few people changed their minds or spoke up, it could make a great deal of difference. I think that we need the help of the Jedi. If the Jedi's reputation isn't redeemed, the consequences could be quite regrettable. Until then, I would keep your identity secret.
Okay.
Don't cause any more trouble for Dantooine. We've had enough of it for a lifetime.
Don't cause any trouble. Don't be a dick. But I am a dick. No. Aww. 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 This is just sad. There's still many locked doors. It's like I want to explore this place. Nope. 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 Who are you?
What brings you to Kunda? Do you have any troubles to report? I'm here to help. I just hope you aren't here about Garavek. I don't even want to get into it. Ask around if you want to know the details. It'll just make my headache worse if I talk about it. I don't know what we'd do without Administrator Adare. She managed to plow through a lot of the family bickering once the Sith left during the war. She's kept us together. Oh, and, Zeron too, I suppose. This is sensitive. It's not really a secret, though. A lot of people are upset with Zeron. He's a hard man and doesn't answer to anybody. Except, I suppose, the administrator. The thing is, he expects everyone to follow all the laws. That's not normally a bad thing, but the mercenaries are used to having a bit more freedom. So it's like Zeron keeps prodding a rancor with a stun stick. To a rancor, it's just a minor nuisance. But if you keep at it, he's gonna fight back. The mercenaries aren't unreasonable. They're mostly just war veterans looking for work. But Zeron just keeps poking them, so he has to get involved to make sure that the militia does what he wants. Otherwise, we'd probably give the mercenaries some room. Dantooine has had mercenaries on it for years. I've talked with some, and they're not unreasonable. There's gotta be some sort of compromise we can both live with.
Right.
We haven't been able to prove the mercenaries have done anything terribly wrong. And I believe them. I don't think they're involved. The Calfhounds and Kinrath are everywhere. It's just dangerous. I think we should be working on getting along. It's hard to follow orders that have you make things worse. That's a good way of looking at it. I may not agree with the captain, but I guess I should make everyone fall in line. I still worry that he may provoke the mercenaries into something more dangerous. But I suppose he may know something I don't. Thanks. Well, call me a defective protocol droid. Manners, right. I'm Barun Modril. I'm Captain Zeron's right-hand man. I help run the militia here. Well, that makes it sound more important than I am. Zeron takes a hands-on role in running the militia. If you have any real trouble, you'd have to go to him anyway. This is... The thing is... So... Dan... We have... It's... No, All right.
Okay. Anyway. OMG. You're still here. You survived.
Toci monas runta. Yun bola. What posoma oritushnik pamba bora. Posoma oritushnik pamba bora. Kino morira nivodon. Kin posoma oritushnik pamba bora. Posmanfu ni wado de kuta na sapa. Tongi wamaji. Yuma posmanfu ni wado de kuta na sapa. Tongi wamaji. Insoranaka me gunsoji. Nepchi una.
Oh, I love you.
Tawanga nochi. Rohen manama. Barachi no sukakaton. Bakamando uno intervelavino. Unisidom. Jenish Milaka Wachino so impos mocha chani rikasan. Vararanta Miki Sikosas. Yewenarama ino sosh Miki sa winsor Michi Inkara Barachi no Sukakadon. Bakamando Bruno intervelavino. Barachi no Sukakadon. Bakamando Bruno intervelavino. The Wanga Nochi?
Yes, why change it? Yeah, he's been using that since KOTOR 1.
Pararanta miki sikosas. Yewenarama inosos miki sa winso poso mabri tushmiki pamba pora dino morira nibonon doki nikamare zuni inash dijon bla winso mas. Tonga bauksha raliki nitu baramas no chuta 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 kokpa rodanga.
What do you have? Why, he has a Padawan robe, which isn't that great. He has a Gamorrean cleaver, which is a thing. Breakblade, double blade sword, force pike. Christopherson. Well, there's Nagi mask. So I wish you had better robes. I do need better robes. Now, I sort of wish you had like your fat armor from the last one. Inertial inhibitor is not that great. Strange Shadowcaster, not bad. Strength enhancer. Gamorrean power gauntlets. Yay, more Gamorrean power gauntlets. I demand more Gamorrean power gauntlets. And now for Nagi mask. You can't use it because heavy armor though. Sad. But you could technically switch these. Go to the Nagi mask. Yay. Now then. Private door. That's probably the militia guy. Private door. Security door.
I'm the militia captain here. Are you here because you're in trouble or looking for it?
Well, aren't you just... So we basically have Clint Eastwood here.
There is often opportunity in challenges, if you know how to look for it. I might have something for you. But first, you got any other reason for coming to militia headquarters? There are better places to explore and better people to know. I'm sure you have your reasons, though. I'm sure you got questions of your own. And if you're interested, I might have some work for you. You want something? I've seen a lot of visitors come through Kunda. You're the first one in a while that looks the capable sort. We have a small problem with Kinrath. Maybe you've already seen some of them. They're coming from a cave in the Kunda Plains. I'd take care of it myself, but there aren't many people in the militia. We'd lose too many men. There's a reward if you do it.
Those caves anyway.
Kinrath are normally just pests. We think something happened to their nest. Started near the end of the Civil War. Nobody knows for sure. Even the Ithorian. And they're smart about such things. 2,000 credit. I agree with you, but I don't barter. We used some explosives to seal a cave a couple years back. Just made them angrier. They burrowed another entrance even closer to us. I know there are crystals in there too. Some of the salvagers once thought about going in there to get some extra credits. Too many Kinrath, though. Cave is on the southeast side. That's all you want. Some of the salvagers went deep into the ruins and found a lot of Jedi relics. It's the most valuable haul the salvagers ever got. But all the salvagers that went down there are dead. So it seems every day or so some salvager comes claiming they're owed by such and such, or that they're related. The whole thing makes me sick. Garavik says he won the whole claim in a Pazak game with the last survivor, right before he killed him. But that was a fair fight. There were witnesses, but nobody remembers Garivik ever playing, but I just hope someone you want.
By the way, don't forget. So, do you know I have to go there, don't you? I have to go to that cave. Because I mean, lightsaber crystals. Lightsaber crystals, yay! So, now then for the fun part, figuring out where the hell that cave is. Southeast. Okay. So, according to the map, that would be probably that way, wouldn't it? Why would south? Maybe it is actually southeast. By the way, one of the most effective strategies for us is mixing master speed with fairy. But yeah, we'll get into how effective that is when we actually have things that we can fight. Oh, east would be this way. Southeast. Oh, I gave
Optimal.
That's okay. Can't loot them. Okay, so let's do this enclave courtyard. We don't want to go to yet. What else we got? Sanity, force lighting, crush opposition. It's like, why can't I go beyond below crush opposition? Huh. Okay, well that's okay. Yeah, I can go this way. See? I just can't go that way for some reason. It's weird. Where's my master screen? Poison. Can't just heal right that. Hard. I'm gonna go Yellowed.
Optimal accuracy ratio achieved.
Is that the cave? May very well be the cave. Yes, the crystal cave. This place is important. Oh, so high. What's that? There's an ocean. Did he just walk by a Kinrith? Appears to be walking past the Kinrith unharmed. Well, that is impressive, isn't it? How dare he walk past them unharmed? When I can't. Oh, so is that. Those caves are a bit big.
Optimal accuracy ratio achieved.
Just a bit.
I shall make this one cease.
Hi, mercenary.
Yutapak mito, hai bes ni cha dochin mapao krawe nosha. What a lord.
Do not sneak.
Yatuka uwanrika chotin wanim.
Crystals.
Kavadumpa, mo wendido chokerembi norta kunyun wish chawaka chuba. Sura that.
Well, the energy speakers was the force. I sense some small force potential when
Yatuka Wanrika Chotin Wanima Orata Wakata Chiluma Lispa.
Well, thing is, I am a Jedi.
Yatuka Wanrika Chotin Wanima Orata Wakata Chiluma Lispa.
So why don't they attack?
Charika Yayakta Min Sobachin.
Oh, you were telling me.
Kavanatakalu Kavanami Donki Krato. Charika Yayakta Min Sobachin Ninga Ballo Chajukso. Yatuka Wanrika Chotin Wanima Orata Wakata Chiluma Lispa. Kavadumpa Mo Wendido Chokerembi Norta Kunyun Wish Chawakachu. Yatuka Wanrika Chotin Wanima Orata Wakata Chiluma Lispa. Yatuka Charika Yayakta Min Sobachin Ning.
I hear the camera going, well, you better run.
Yutapak Mito Hai Best Nikta Tochim Mapao Krawen.
And then he was killed by Kenras. So now we can. So now the Kenras don't give a shit about us. Well, no, never mind. They sort of give a shit about us. Which is a bit convenient. It's a bit green over here, doesn't it? Sadly, no crystals. And crystals are all important to me. Because you see, I never need crystals. Oop. Rubble. Do. Hi.
Engaging.
So where? I'll go have fun with that. I need to examine this. What the hell is this? And there's a force cage hill. A thing. They load up. Oh, good for them. Huh. Well, let's see what you got. Skills. Boop, boop, boop. Powers. Could give you master speed. Stasis. Rawr. Can't go wrong with rawr. Integrated assassin protocols. Boop, boop, boop. Oh no. He's one short. Shame they don't drop anything. Also, this place is entirely too large now. Did I mention that? Yeah, it is. It used to be just you went inside, you went to the end, there was a bunch of crystals, and you did progress. Now it's... I think we went in a circle. Because basically there's this, which is kind of a mercenary encampment in here. With a force cage for some reason. Which is concerning. Why would they need a force cage? Zap. Zap. good is that? And not Mandalorian heavy suit. By armor. I think you're lying to me, game.
Your thoughts are disturbed. I can feel them from a great distance, like a shiver running through you.
Echoes. I feel echoes of the Force here.
Force-sensitive locations such as this absorb and reflect Force energy. The crystals are the catalyst here. I sense that Revan once passed through here, leaving a strong impression behind in the crystals.
Yeah, he murdered a bunch of eggs.
Perhaps future Jedi who visit this cave will feel our presence, as if seeing our footprints preserved in the soil.
Tell me more about these crystals.
The crystals here are infused with the Force. Some could be harvested and used for lightsabers. The crystals here do not drain Force energy from Jedi. They collect the excess energy that radiates from those attuned to the Force.
Okay. Apparently we haven't had a cinematic about Kenraf. Because Kenraf.
Optimal accuracy rate switching to combat mode. Optimal accuracy ratio achieved.
There's the Kenraf Matrix. Did she drop anything? She dropped a crystal Opari. Were Opari used for crystals or they were destroyed? I think the rough
To battle.
I think the Opari might have been useful. Can't remember. By the way. So by the way, here's one thing that annoys me, okay? So if we were dual wielding, for example, I was gonna say, didn't Revan used to get red crystals from Kasha? There's a bunch of Rubik crystals here, if I remember too. Which I was fine with. You know, Rubik crystals are fine. Yeah, I figured they'd be more. But yeah. Christian Valen Morts, 5,000 Morts. But this glowing crystal. The Tiffy crystal.
The crystal responds to you. This is very rare indeed. The crystal's bond with you is such that the stronger you become in the Force, the more powerful your crystal will grow.
So we basically
this crystal will make an excellent focus for a lightsaber. Quite the contrary. Picture yourself as a sieve, and the Force as water pouring into you. This crystal draws from the excess water that escapes the sieve. The crystal is in tune with you. It will use whatever water that pours through you, be it dark or light. You scoff at this gift, but many Jedi would greatly covet such a treasure. No, the crystal has bonded to you. Another Jedi would have little use for it.
So yeah, to make up a crystal. It's a really nice crystal, though, if I remember right. Because it basically gets better, depending on us. See, if we were still doing like we did with Revan, with the whole double lightsabers. I mean, with the whole dual lightsabers. Yeah, you only get one crystal. That would piss me off because, you know, why I only have one crystal? How am I going to, you know, deal with that crystal? bit irritating. But since we have a dual blade lightsaber, we're fine. I probably was now need access to a workbench. Hell, that's gonna be fun find. I can rap. Try to find one. By the way, you say slug. Like seriously, you can't just step over that stuff. You there,
What? You shouldn't sneak up on an old fella like that. You shouldn't be out of here anyway. This is Kinrath territory.
All right there with that.
A couple weeks back, there was an accident here. One of the Western Fringe farmers was coming to Kunda on his swoop with a load of atmospheric sensors. We found him dead and his swoop bike all banged up. I've come back a couple of times to try to figure out if that's what really happened. I do. The Kinrath are dangerous. But as long as you stay on your swoop bike, there's no way they should catch you. I've carefully searched this area and haven't found anything. So maybe our men just got sloppy. We really need those atmospheric sensors. I don't suppose you... It's technical. I doubt you'd understand it. But I'd really appreciate your help. I doubt you'll be able to find any evidence of what happened here. But you might come across the atmospheric sensors. They have to be somewhere. If you find any of them, just come back here. I'll pay you 1,000 credits for each one you can find, even if they're broken.
Okay.
No idea whatsoever. I figure it's a real long shot you'd ever spot one. But I also figure it wouldn't hurt to ask.
Well, see what I can do. So look out for those. Okay, well I can do that. I go new. Gotta go new. I always want to go back to my ship though. Thing is, it's right over here, so let's do this. Yay. Hi, ship. Wonder if there'll be more conversations when we get aboard. Cause hey, this is something that was missing from KOTOR. One was party dialogue, but now the party dialogue is exhausted for now. Shame. So here's the thing: we have a lightsaber, right? If we had 2 lightsabers, I would be pissed because we're going to deal with this. But here's the thing: we have the Tiffy crystal. This black crystal is bound to Tiffy. Its power reflects that of its master. So, usable is restricted to us now because the Tiffy crystal gets attack +1, +2 to charisma, +2 to dexterity, +2 to strength, damage +2, dark side. So it makes our lightsaber a lot better. It was restricted to the dark side though. But yeah. So, what have we been doing? Upari, by the way. I mean, it's a bit less damage. Well, potentially. Wait, no, it was Rubrats I was thinking of that had the damage. Your son's with some charisma. It's a lot of dexterity, ugh. Attack wisdom. Yeah, I'll go with Upari for now. If I could get a great dragon pearl, that would be just wonderful. But I don't think I can. I thought I gave you Rupert crystals, didn't I? Where are my Rupert crystals? I think they're gone somewhere. Yeah, it's like those Rupert crystals just disappeared. Like the game just got rid of them. I don't know where they've gone either. Where are my Rupert crystals? How he doesn't even have them. Where did they go? I mean... Or reduce her damage by a bit. But oh well. I think this one here is the one that's being used by KOTOR. We could bring Anton and her if we really wanted to. Yeah. You know what? Why not? Double Jedi. Or technically triple Jedi. This should make things interesting. But yeah, sadly, I don't... Not that great crystals. Force range is done. Master critical strike we could get. Could definitely get that. What you got for powers? Alright, you don't have that great powers, do you? Yeah. Oh well, I'll give you night speed. Why not? Jeez, he's dark. And wielding heavy armor. Which means technically I could go over here and change this to Gamorrean power gauntlets. Could give her more deaths though. But she isn't trained for blasters like he is. So yeah, I think I'm fine. So Anton has 127. She has 169. So he's not really our best force user. And he's gonna be set more to aggressive.
My life is yours.
Does he have any... He hasn't even gained any force forms, has he? It's unfortunate.
Something up?
Well, he hasn't been a Jedi for that long, has he? Anyway. Well, now he has our... He has our Jedi squad. Technically Sith, but you know. We had our Sith squad. So yeah, this plan seems entirely too straightforward, doesn't it? I mean, go to the Enclave, search the bottom parts of the Enclave, find the Jedi Master, and we could leave. Almost a bit too straightforward. Also, I'm questioning what happened to my movement crystals.
It's you again. Well, you know who I am. You won.
Yeah, I cleared that.
So you did. Here's the credits I told you about. Even with the caves cleared, I imagine it'll take some time before the Kinrath aren't on the plains. That was very helpful of you. You've saved some lives today. You want something?
Well, you gave me a level, so that's good. What do we have? Oh, we're level 18. You know what that means. Also means I could do this. Finally. But we're level 18. Good, get advanced toughness. Yeah, they removed my ability to get conditioning and all those things. Oh well. Master toughness or master dual strike? And let's give ourselves master toughness. Powers. Well, I can't reach the point where I'm not sure which feats to get. But we know what we're getting this time. Just haven't gone down life drain yet. But now we have access to Force Storm, which is probably what we're going to be using for the majority of the game. Because it's Force Storm. But hey, we dealt with the Kinrath cave, we got our crystal. Which Yay for not having to cheat and get myself a second one. Because I probably would have to do that. If there was the fact that, you know, frickin' it's peaceful though. 10 areas though. Yeah. The fact that basically, you know, as I mentioned before,
More where that came from!
Because back in Star Wars: The Republic, I don't like the Sith around, right? Like Sith Juggernaut. I always like Sith Juggernaut more because you can be able to have your armor. And use force push to to yeet things off things, which is always fun. It's always fun yeeting things off things. But there's also the fact that you only have one lightsaber, which isn't terrible. Which isn't terrible, you only have one lightsaber. I just don't like in this because the whole empty hand thing bothers me. I like having all my things covered. Either by two-handed things or by or dual things, I should say.
Time to take you down to size. More where that came from.
I'm probably gonna end it very soon because I'm not sure what all I have to do besides trying to leave him. Hey. That's cute, you actually got. Wow, I only have one more antidote. I really should buy more antidote kits. Shouldn't I? I thought I told myself to use the antidote kit. Okay, fine, don't use it. So here's the thing, we know where the Enclave. So wait, what? The Enclave courtyard's over here. The Enclave courtyard's over here. Huh. There's a path on the other coast. No, well. Interesting. There. Giant Enclave. Photo group, though. Huh. So, yeah, we'll deal with the Jedi Enclave and stuff in the next video. Cause, yeah. Sort of limits how much there is to do on Dantooie. Like, compared to Nar Shaddaa, Dantooie's just basically, you have the small Kunda area, which doesn't have much going on. You're told basically where the Giant Master is, and you're given a quest to deal with Kinrith. You go to the Kinrith Cave, you deal with them, you get your crystal, and you're good. And then there's the Jedi Enclave, which is a bit complicated, because, you know, there's the fact we're going to have to return to it at some point with all the Jedi Masters, which, given the fact if we spare them to that point. And then there's the whole Enclave sublevels. The Enclave sublevels are place we can't go into in KOTOR, because, you know, the archives are locked off to all but the Jedi Masters, so Revan can't go in now. No Revan can go in now, which was irritating, because, you know, there's stuff in there, but you can't go in there and take that and look at stuff and read stuff or loot stuff. Sadly. But anyway, so we're gonna leave. Hope y'all enjoyed. Thank y'all and have a nice day. Bombs. You're a lot stronger than Revan. But in Star Wars The Old Republic, Revan's a lot stronger than we are. The whole meteors thing, being able to take on, you know, important people like Sith Lords and Theron and Lana and Darth Maul and everyone else besides the player character. Just not even giving it to him. He's impressive. But still, compared to like the Sith Emperor, well, I think the Sith Emperor seemed not that strong, but yet entirely too strong. It's weird. Like, and then he's no longer the Sith Emperor, he's now the Zergru Emperor. And then he's dead and now inside your head. Like, the direction of Knights of the Fallen Empire really bothers me. But we're trying to ignore Star Wars The Republic's connection to KOTOR, weren't we? Because it causes less brain damage, I would say, if we don't think about it. But remember, technically, the Edgesowers mirrored Suta. I believe she's a, you know, human female Jedi who basically went into the unknown reaches to look for Revan, and it ended up in that whole Sith thing. Joined up with Revan to fight against the Sith Emperor, and failed and died. Yeah. So that was your what happened to the Edgesower in Star Wars The Republic. Or Revan gets kept alive for 300 some years. That's I was just dead. I know, right? It's such a bullshit thing that, oh yeah, Revan's just going to be kept alive and have this whole story thing. What about the Edgesower from KOTOR 2? They don't matter. It's like just a slap in the face doing it with like KOTOR 2. Because remember KOTOR 2? That was done by Obsidian. We don't give a shit about what Obsidian did. Because we're Bible. Remember that. Bible doesn't really give a shit about Obsidian. Even though they kept trading off things to Obsidian. But anyway, next time, hope you all enjoy. Thank you all and have a nice day.